Hello, I'm Michael Forrest, and today's devlog is about a loyalty scheme mistake I just made. So over the weekend, I had this idea. I thought, how can I get more people to show up for my CueCam Present sessions? And I thought, well, maybe if I offer a reward, and really, this is sort of some incentive to get people to keep turning up more consistently, which really was the whole point of this thing, to sort of keep coming back to CueCam, and I can help, and you can get your head around it, and then before you know it, you have the same superpowers that I do. So I made a plan to get this done today, and I executed it pretty quickly. Probably like a couple of hours this morning I spent on it, but then I made a very bad mistake, which I will get to soon. So what was the plan? So I needed an admin button in the back end. So I have a list of attendees in my back end, and I just wanted a button to sort of like stamp each person's card. And then when I stamped the card, that would send an email to them. And then I sort of wanted to show everyone that there's this new system, but I didn't really want to write a new email, but I just wanted some way to sort of show everyone, and then just like make sure, since I'm doing I haven't really done many global emails from CueCam Presenter website before, so I just wanted to make sure that unsubscribe button really works, because I wasn't sure it was completely sorted. So first thing I did today was actually jump into Sketch to design the punch card, because email, I started thinking about, I'll lay this thing out all fancy in CSS, but like email is not, you can't really rely on things looking the way you think they're going to look. So I thought, well, let's just make 5 different images for the different punch states. So I kind of knocked this thing up in Sketch, and then, as I always do, I sort of I draw something in Video Pencil and I copy it and I paste it into Sketch. This is how I kind of like get these branding elements generally. But yeah, I sort of put this together in a few minutes. I think it looks all right. I looked at a little bit of reference. And so then I added a table to record attendance. So this is just let's just make sure this is all on the screen. This is a little, sorry, I should have done this before. This is a little, so this adds to creates a new table, webinar attendances, which are connected to the user table, and there's an index because that's what it gives you. So you make this from the command line, it makes the thing. I made it delete. I'm never good. I always leave this to nothing, but today I was like, let's make sure it deletes those if you delete a user. Then I made a record attendance function, which looks like this. So I've got the record attendance, it takes a user, it takes a should notify, creates a change set, it's not even a change set, it's just like, here's an attendance model, inserts it into the database, and then if we should notify the user, then it uses my user notifier .deliver, which kind of like grabs a template and sticks some stuff in there. And then I implemented the template. So this is how my emails look in my backend. So I went, okay, let's just see how many times they've come. Thank you for joining the last session. Here is your punch card. And then that takes the URL to that image and just templates in the number of times you've come. Super simple. And then if you got 5, then congratulations, you've completed your punch card, and just watch your bank account. So then I'll see that. You may have just glimpsed I BCC everything on my system, so I sort of see what's going out. It's probably the easiest way as a solo developer to do analytics and reporting on what you've got, is just BCC yourself into system emails, and then you sort of see what's going on, you see if anything's weird. So that's that, and then that looks like this. So we've got, just like it shows the card like that, and then it's going to show the ticks, as time goes on. So then in my back end, I was like, okay, well, I've got my my core components. I've got a table of the people who are subscribed to come to the webinars, which has the name, address, all that kind of thing. And then so I added this new punch card thing. So I thought, rather than draw some dots or something, let's just bring in that same image thing. And then a button which does a Phoenix event handle click, and then it's got another property that should email thing, and then just punch card. So I've got a button there, and I've also added a don't email punch card quietly. And then here's how that event is handled. So we've got handle event, sits on my reporting live component, record webinar attendance. It grabs that user ID, should email from those Phoenix email things. And then it calls that webinar's record attendance, and it sort of updates the subscribers, and puts a message. And you know, if this was like auto-completed. I don't like it. I don't need this. Like, this was auto-completed by Copilot, and I actually don't like that. Just like, I'd rather it gave me an error because if something unexpected happens. And then here's how that looks. So we've got the little punch card preview that I can squint at and see that they've got two. And then I've got like a punch card, so I can just like after the session punch on everyone who came, and also like click this one a couple of times for the people for the historic attendance, so I don't like send out a load of emails until the one that's true. So next, so that was all done. Like, that went pretty quickly. So next I wanted to make sure everyone saw the punch card, but I didn't really want to create a whole new email. So I just decided to send out the upcoming session email to everyone this week, which usually just goes out to people that have registered, and just to show off the punch card. So here is how I had the webinar upcoming. Webinar upcoming, has the email. It sort of gives you a bit of an agenda, and then just shows you. Well, here's that punch card preview, and then like keep showing up for a free month of CueCam presenter. Just if you haven't, we've got this hard-coded magic number throughout my code base because pretty rough and ready, to be honest. Like this, so this. This is how it is. And then, of course, like because I knew that I was sending this message this week to people that weren't registered, I put that in as an optional thing. So this will not change the normal emails, but for this particular one, it would just it will just check if they've registered, and if they haven't, it will just show the instructions to do that. So this was just a way to reuse that email without having to write a new one, because I just didn't really feel like figuring that out. I suppose I could have got ChatGPT to do it. Oh, look, I'm very transparent today, aren't I, with my jumper? Maybe I should just adjust my... the weather is changing so much at the moment that you never really know what the light is going to be doing. Let's go less similarity. Okay, look a bit more sane now. And so here's how that looks in the preview. So we've got the message, and then well, this is I am registered, so it's not showing that extra stuff, but it's showing the punch card, and that will, depending on how many punches you've got, that will have the right thing. So then I've got up here, I've just got, this is so rough and ready. So everything I'm doing on this back end is sort of like kludged together for sort of one purpose. I'm not trying to like make a general purpose MailChimp here. It's just like, oh, I need a thing to send to everyone this week. Let's just add a button, but deal with it. So that's the send to everyone button, and it does have an alert. Are you sure you want to send to everyone? But it's it's not the most sophisticated thing, but that's where it is. So I hadn't really sorted out that unsubscribe, and I felt like this was really needed, especially given what happened. So, but because I haven't been sending out emails this way, I hadn't really got it. But yeah, so I added the unsubscribe, and that goes into the unsubscribe. Well, I altered that users table, unsubscribed on, and then handled it in this controller, unsubscribe from all, and just it does the put flash and redirects you to your account. And then I made sure to return only the subscribers, so that everyone before just grabbed everything, and now it grabs list all subscribers and just checks that we're not like grabbing anything. And then again, like a little hacky thing, I sort of know I'm using this in one place. I end up putting in webinar attendances just so that I can sort of show the email without having to do extra preloads. And so then I deployed, clicked through my backend, marked up the historic attendances, and then just went to that email admin and hit send to everyone. Hit that button, send to everyone. And then I waited a few minutes for that to finish while I made my lunch. I went away, just like I saw like in the logs that was connected to the server, I saw it was like churning through. I sort of saw my BCCs coming into my inbox. And then I looked at my inbox and I saw this. It's like, here's the email, but oh God. That was not a good moment for the Zoom to be weird, but what's happened? Oh no! was the whole point of sending it to everyone was to have the punch card there to go, ooh, look, it doesn't, there's not, you know, I haven't done an alt text. It doesn't say every month. It doesn't even say what's on the card. So it's just really terrible, Michael. Like, you should know better. So what did I do? So why did this happen? It was because, like, I'm in the habit of uploading. So I do like S3 command upload, and then I sort of double click the S3 bit to get the square. Because if you double click this one, you get the .s3 Amazon blah blah blah. Whereas I want just the static.squares TV link. So I can double click on that to sort of get the URL, and it just does it without the protocol, without HTTPS. So I always just copy that, and that works on a web page just with that, and it saves me kind of having to type, but it doesn't work in emails. It turns out it doesn't work in emails. So what did I do? I decided to just resend the email with a fixed image. So I just thought, well, if people are in Gmail, then it shouldn't be a big deal to just double email, you know, it's just this once. But I'm not sure how good that idea really was, because when I looked in my own inbox, I saw that it sort of like folds it, even though it's got the working image now. So this is a sort of lesson in rushing things and how sort of risky it is sending emails and how convoluted things can be when you're working with. Even you see, like, my process is so sort of yeah, I've got my previews, I'm looking at everything, you know, I'm making sure I'm not trying to make a CSS card with nice graphics. I'm just doing it as, you know, trying to be safe. But then something like this can still go wrong. So now I know, just don't expect the email client to see that. I wonder if, like, Apple Mail does let it do the let me know if you did see the image in the first email. But yeah, I just wasn't thinking about that today, and just every time you do something, you learn something, don't you? So sorry for that double email. It won't happen again. I've learned something today. So yeah, this is. Let's just talk about now. You know, I made this video using CueCam Presenter. Here is what I just presented. So this is a little, you see, to create this card, all I did was hashtags Devlog 11. I pasted in, well, I actually dragged in from my desktop this card. It just lays it out top to bottom for you. You don't have to do any special stuff. So I could have it like on the other side, I could have it in the middle, I could have it at the top, I could have it at the bottom. So it's like really easy to just create these things. Then in the plan, you know, I've got some bullet points, so as you saw, those revealed one at a time. I go to my sketch screen share, so it's always annoying how, like, how that works. But yeah, so sketch, you just go screen share, you know, share a screen and just pick what you want to share. And then this, I'm really using this code thing now. So this is this shares with this. I can we can go. Code editors, Visual Studio Code, and then that will share the Visual Studio Code window, and I can, like, jump to a specific line of code. So I can say, okay, I want to be on code, Beat Sheet Lib webinars, line 45, and that all just works. So that's how I was able to, like, jump through that code base so easily and still, and then, you know, I pasted in a couple of screenshots here. So I just took a screenshot. I also, like, redacted out those names. I have a thing in my backend so I can redact out personal information so it doesn't make it into my videos. And yeah, it's just a walk through the code with some screenshots every so often. And it's as easy as that to use CueCam. So if you like the look of that and you're interested in coding and you want to show other people how to code, then just come to cuecam.app/download and you can try that today. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Stop recording.